Hey y'all, good morning. Well, afternoon now, I guess. But anyway, so I just wanted to get on. I know I was completely unmotivated last week. I told you guys that I hadn't taken my Vital Biome, and so my Vital Biome was coming back in, and I had still not gotten all the motivation back from when I had gotten off of it. And so, um, don't judge me. But I just want to get on really quickly, and I wanted to make a quick video about what I have found and what I feel is the best way to get your name out there when it comes to network marketing, or even Plexus, really. But I am a list maker, so I have a list of things that I like to do or things that I have heard are the best, and that I would like to get the courage to be able to do in the future, or to teach myself to feel more courageous, I should say. So here it is. One is to ask businesses, either small businesses, doctor's office, dentist offices, law offices, realtor offices. You want to ask salons, like massage parlors. You want to ask mom and pop shops. I don't know if I said that already, but you want to ask all of these people that you know are going to be good network people. They have a way of learning about people, and people are going to confide in them. They're going to tell them things, and they're like, hey, you know what? Here you go. Here's a card. This can help you. Also, the one thing that I didn't even think of before, but would be a genius idea, is that whenever you go to these doctor's offices, ask to be able to do a health presentation for the doctors and their staff. Because this is a really good way of doing like a sip and see. You can bring a sample of whatever you're doing, essentially. So like you can bring a sample of Slim, and you can have everyone take a drink of it, or have everyone have their own little cup of Slim, and they can they can taste it. They can look through the ingredients. You can go over all of like the basic ingredient, or the main ingredients, the most active ingredients, I guess, or whatever you want to say. And you can have like a little health presentation as well. I never ever thought about that, but you could sign doctors and nurses right there. Look at your network growing. Like, those are the biggest people to get on board, because people are going to believe them. They're going to listen to these people because they're in a field where people are like, hey, you know what you're talking about. Let's listen to you. Let's actually, get behind you on this one. So these are who you want to go for. These are network building people. Make sure you're looking for these people whenever you're looking for new people. Like I said, I'm not the best at this yet, but I'm working on it, so don't judge me. But cold calling, I suck at cold calling. I think I've only cold called one person, and she was my best friend, and she told me no, and she was like, not even just like a little no, it was like a don't even think about it kind of no. And so, like, I'm terrified to call somebody else, especially someone I don't know. Like, hello, no thank you. Because I know that I've heard of things, or heard of people that will go out and go, instead of putting their name or their card on a classified board, they'll take all the cards off of the classifieds boards, and they will literally just call each person up and be like, hey, I know you don't know me, but my name is this, I'm with this, and I think that you would rock this business, essentially. And I'm like, you are amazing, my friend. I am not there yet. You are a whole different level of awesome. But cold calling, cold messaging, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook and Instagram cold messaging, just because I feel like, and I might just be doing it wrong, so like I said, don't judge me, but I feel like it's not as productive. I feel like you're not able to get as much accomplished in such a short amount of time as with like the cold call messaging, or the cold call messages, or even just putting your card out there so people can pick them up and even come to you instead. My goal in this business is in the future, my goal is to have people come to me instead of me go to them. I feel like it's almost digging and almost impersonal whenever I have to go to them and be like, hey, do you want this? Hey, do you want this? So those are 3, right? I said, cold messaging, cold calling, your business. Oh, I also have heard of another method. I think this is the coolest method ever, okay? I am not brave enough to do this yet, but I need to do this. It's whenever you see somebody in a store, on the street, whatever, wherever you are, and you give them 3 or 4 business cards, and be like, hey, you look like a really friendly person. I think that you would really, that you could help me. It's like, or I think that, oh no, what is it? It's, you look like a really friendly person. Could you help me? And if you know anybody that has any inflammatory problems, or diabetes, or gut issues, or any health issues like that, that are like anxiety, depression, anything like that, go ahead and hand them my card, and then they just, essentially, you're asking them to refer their friends to you. How genius is this, guys? I'm serious. I am not this brave yet, but it's a whole level of awesome that I want to get to. I'm not even gonna lie. So cold call messaging, whatever you want to call that, and passing out my cards where you're like asking people to refer their friends to you after they know nothing about you. I think that's the best way, because you never know. You never know. That person may be the one that needs the help. As you can tell, today I'm the one that needs the help. But you never know. This is the coolest thing about this. I'm telling you. Let's see, what other method have I heard of that I've tried or I've heard works really well? I think that's about it. Cold calling, your business cards. And if you don't have business cards, don't worry about it. If you're at a play group, or you're at a coffee date with a friend, and someone talks about how they need this energy, and that they really are tired all the time, and that they need help, you can just be like, hey, why don't you add yourself to my Facebook? Or, hey, why don't you add your friend that needs this help to my Facebook? You know, different things like that. You can always find a way to kind of bring it in and have these people a part of your business without being obnoxious. And I think that's the hardest thing, is that a lot of times people are like, oh, you're selling me this. And I'm like, no, I'm not selling you this. I'm trying to share with you what's something that's important to me, and I'm excited about it. So it may come off like I'm selling it to you, but I'm not selling it. I'm trying to share, and I would love for you to be able to benefit from this just as much as I have. And just make sure that whenever you're talking to people, that's coming through, that it's not just coming across as you are being obnoxious instead of being genuine, you know? And so I hope this helps. And if you guys have any comments, if you guys have any other methods that you've tried, I would love to hear of it. I'm not even gonna lie. I am totally open to new ideas. Launch parties, like Facebook parties, I think that people face-to-face is almost better than anything else, because I feel like online is impersonal. Even on the phone, sometimes I kind of feel like it's impersonal, because they can't tell your tone. It's like sending a text message like, hey, exclamation point. People read that, hey, what is up? I'm bored. Or they can read it as, or like that when you're like, are you kidding? Like an excited kind of thing. They can read it as like, are you kidding? And so you never know how people are going to take things. It's so much better to do things in person, okay? So I feel like in person is going to be the best route. So like I said, hope this helps. And I hope that if you have any comments, or if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Hope you have a great weekend.